You're watching the Chaos Protocol on Transplanar RPG, an all-transgender, people of color-led dark fantasy TTRPG show set in an original non-colonial, anti-Orientalist multiverse. If you like what you see, please consider pledging to our Patreon to support the show and get access to a patron-only after-show, early podcast episodes, GM notes, character sheets, and even the chance for your tabletop OC to cameo in our series. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy. The Chaos Protocol is a dark fantasy series that may contain content that is triggering for some viewers. Content warnings for this episode include nightmares, guns as weaponry, hunting, monsters and monstrosity, death of loved ones, environmental collapse, climate disaster, complex relationships, vast bodies of water, and apocalypse. Arc 4, Episode 6, My Lungs Are Still. From Waiting for the Moon to Burn by Connie Chang. The nightmare comes in threes. The first takes the form of Silesia Hemlock Esch. Bone-white hair chopped short and messy just the way their wife likes it. A dark duster shrouding a slight, short frame. Scleras, the color of the void between stars. Irises, as green and bright as the first firefly. One such iris peers through the scope of a hunting rifle. The barrel is pointed toward the trees and brush at the edge of the steading. The tall grass licks at your Ema's slender shoulders as they crouch in the dirt, unmoving, watchful. Behind them, behind you, the flock snuffles through seed and earth hunting for grubs. The triple suns are low in the pastel sky, drenching the horizon in orange and pink and blue. You crouch beside your Ema, clutching a gun of your own. They are waiting, you are waiting, for the monster to come. The monster that has gorged itself on one too many of your flock already. The monster that lurks in the dark, soundless wood at the edge of the lodestar steading. And as you wait, as you lurk, your Ema speaks. They speak to you of patience. They speak to you of violence. They speak to you of hunting and guarding and keeping the flock safe. And Ija says, "It'll come. We just have to wait, no matter how long it takes." Their voice is steady and calm, just like the grip on their rifle. And it fills you with... what? Xainan Esch, what emotion does their voice inspire within you, and how do you respond to what they say?
The words hit vibrating anxiety. It is almost relieving to feel that anxiety for a moment and then catch these words. They're speaking of monsters, and yet somehow it is a balm against the burning that he can't quite feel. The gun in his hand. It's hot. No, he's just anxious. He sits and looks at them. He remembers this. And it is both terrifying to sit here in the dark and stare out into a dark forest, and so relieving to be here. It is so centering. His whole world could revolve around this one spot of dirt. And he clutches the gun, and in perfect parallel raises his knee, uses his elbow to steady it, and lifts the rifle to look and wait.
You wait, the two of you, side by side, a low and gentle breeze blowing downwind, rustling the grass around you. The only other noise, the snuffling of the flock behind you, their talons sharp as knives cutting through the earth, the wriggling of grubs, the low, slow, steady breathing of your Ima. And again, Ija speaks. Do you remember what I told you about this gun, Xainan?
Treat it good.
And what's it mean to treat it good?
That it's a shield.
Your Ima makes a low, contemplative noise in the back of their throat. A familiar noise. The noise they make when you're not wrong, but you're not right. And Ija says, it's not just a shield. Feel the weight of it. How it burns in your hands. There are bullets in there. Killing tools. That's what these are. That's what they could be. In the right hands. In the wrong hands. It's about how you use them. For death. For life.
The gun does burn. And in a flash, Xainan hears gunfire, chaos, smoke, explosions, but also just a single shot over howling wind and deafening silence before he comes back to this moment. 1,000 cascading, violent moments all crashing in on his peaceful place of Earth in the lodestar studding. And he lets the sound of the raptors grazing and snuffling fill him. The stars, the low suns. And he holds that burning rifle in his hand. His is not as nice as Ija's. His is not for actually stopping the monsters yet. But the rifle that Ija holds, that one he knows better than a cartographer knows an atlas. Violence. But to do good by the flock.
You have to protect the people that matter. Every time you pull the trigger, Xainan, every time you spend a bullet, you make a choice. A choice you can never take back. And sometimes these decisions have consequences we can't see until we're far, far away from them. Bullets can curve. They can hit us where we least expect them to.
And Xainan, in the memory, puzzles over what that means, having never really done anything with repercussions outside of a scraped knee or a broken dish. But as Xainan, wearing the long markings of a hunter who sat in this field for hundreds of nights, and the tears of a man who's lost his world, his family, his child, and his entire life of a decade at trans. He knows what it means. He feels Dom's punch across his face. But as a young hunter, next to his hunter, he puzzles. The innocence not broken yet. I didn't think they could do that.
Let me ask you this, Xainan. And the next question that comes out of your Ema's mouth is one that you remember, is one that you don't remember. And they say, when the monster comes out of the brush and the wood, should we shoot to kill it? Or should we shoot to scare it off?
We should an adult Xainan's voice cuts in over that young hunter who doesn't know any better, doesn't know that monsters get smarter. They regroup and they come back. We should shoot to kill.
And for the first time, since you sunk into this memory, into this field, into this dream, your Ema turns their head away from the scope and they look at you. Those bright neon eyes. They study your face. They see the boy. They see the man. They see the ghost. They see your death. And they say, we do what we have to, so the people we love survive. That's why we're here. Sometimes there are no good choices. Sometimes there are just choices. But where is the line, Xainan? When does your shield become a lance through her heart? When does it become a killing tool? Did you remember what I taught you?
I thought I did. It didn't save her.
You sense something, Xainan, on the periphery of your vision, not directly ahead of you, on the side, a fuzzy presence, a silhouette carved out of shadow. But even though it's all darkness, all halo, you can sense the white hair, the horns, and a hole where her heart should be, burning.
Xainan plucks away into pieces of ash for a moment, still keeping form, his eyes glowing, holding some kind of shape that doesn't make sense because he was in a knife. Turns out a gun can't save everything as a shield.
Where is the line, Xainan? And on the other side of you, the opposite of your periphery, you sense another presence, also cut out of shadow. A figure swaddled in rags, a mask pulled up to her face. Where did you shoot this one, Xainan?
3 times.
3 holes.
One over
in the
a year
torso.
ago. One couple months after that. And the third one, the killing blow, happened months ago.
And Ija says to you, "Where is the line, Xainan?" Xainan, you can sense, but you don't see behind you another presence. A bear of a man, tall and strong, his silhouette carved out of shadow. A bullet hole between his eyes. Your bullet hole. Ija is looking at you, is looking through you, and you sense more of them. All of these presences, all of these choices. Each a squeezed trigger, each a decision, a choice that cannot be taken back, populating your periphery. Where is the line?
He hears the sound of bullets being counted on a hardwood table. Almost like an abacus ticking back and forth in the hands of a nervous council member. But it is bullets being counted by Ija. Those bullets, he didn't understand then how much they were life and death. They were just a tool. But shortly thereafter, he would learn that every single one of those was a choice. And he still doesn't understand where that line is as he looks around in a sea of shadows. He doesn't even remember all of them. I don't know anymore. I don't know.
Ija looks at you. Their eyes are so full of emotion. Their eyes are completely empty. They look back at the scope. The silhouettes remain. The silhouettes disappear. And Ija says to the boy, "Let's wait. We'll draw it out. I'll pull the trigger when it's ready."
Where do you aim?
Right between the eyes.
A gunshot fires off in Xainan Esch's head. Again, a flash. Gone. Like passing underneath a street lamp on a highway. And he sits there, raises his rifle that he doesn't know yet. And he waits, and he can feel those shadows. Oh, young Xainan. If only your hand was actually burned enough to not hold this rifle. And inside of that young man is a man with a burnt hand and a lance through his chest, still healing. With his rifle raised, pointed into the dark.
Xainan, you wait. Together with your Ima, you wait for a long time. You wait until the suns vanish from the horizon, taking the light and warmth and hope, with them pulling the color out of the sky. You wait until the cold sets in, and the stars, so many of them, an infinite number of them, wink open, and the breeze changes direction. You wait for a long time. Until, eventually, Ija shifts their weight, turns their head a fraction of an inch to the side, as though seeing something through the scope. And they say to you, "Xainan, listen very carefully. There's something wrong about this. There's something wrong about the grass. There's something wrong about the flock. There's something wrong about all of this. This world. It wants to... Asia crumbles to dust.
No!
They disintegrate. Completely.
He jumps to them, seeking just to hold them together in this false hope. He forgets every thing he learned in the salt of the wild sea. Forgets what it feels like to call upon their ghost. Because he just wants to hold his Ima.
All that lands on your palms are thin gray flakes that a stray breeze comes and snatches away from you. The particulates of where your Ima used to be, of who your Ima used to be, wiped away. And the dust flies past you. It flies beyond you, up to a place where even the stars could never reach. They're gone.
The monster in the forest doesn't matter anymore. It's eaten by the dust as far as he can think, as he looks around watching, and a deep burning in his chest, not from the lance, starts to ache. It's dry. Feels like he's being ripped apart as he looks. What about the flock? What about the grass?
You turn. Your eyes land on the flock. They're still there. The raptors grazing, and then they all look up at the same time, turn their heads in your direction, and they vanish into dust. The breeze takes them all in one fell swoop, like a hand wiping a mistake away from a board.
Xainan looks to the dirt. Doesn't matter if there's grass or dust there at all at this point. Everything begins to burn in his vision.
As you look down, everything your eyes touch crumbles away. The grass crumbles into dust. The earth crumbles into dust. The forest and the darkness and the monster within it crumble into dust. Your Ima's rifle crumbles into dust, and the steading on the horizon behind you, a beacon of hope and family, crumbles into dust. There is nothing here, Xainan. It's just you. You are alone. You are alone inside a howling storm of emptiness. And the dust is around you. And it is strong. Xainan, the dust is so strong. It is so large. It is bigger than you. Bigger than anything you could ever hope to be. You are helpless against it. You couldn't stop it from taking Asia. You couldn't stop it from taking the raptors. From taking the earth beneath your feet. The rifle from your hands. The steading you call home. Everything you thought you could hold on to, the dust rips away. Like paper. Like a light against a black hole.
Xainan Esch, the boy, stands in the whirlwind. But that howl of the wind, the one that he's heard every moment since it started, it calls out some deep crack inside of him, and the boy turns to dust, leaving only a man standing there. And he is in tatters. No hat, no luster, Everything threadbare, everything gray. His hands, arms, neck, all cracked. He's dreamt of this 1,000 times, and every time it hurts. Like the cracks inside of him that have only seen wounds deep enough once or twice in his memory. They split open. And even in his dream, he coughs. His chest howling with the wind itself. There's nothing out there. He is in the place where all of his hopes die every time.
Xainan, you remember something Ozalise Raid said to you before they left the homestead and you never saw them again. They had said that the dust didn't care about us. It's just dust. It's like the ocean, or a fire, or a whirlwind. It just happens, it doesn't care, and that's what makes it dangerous. And in this moment, surrounded by this howling gale, you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Ozalise Raid was wrong. Because the dust hates you, Xainan Esch. The dust hates you, and it takes everything from you because it wants to, because it enjoys it, because it wants you to suffer. And it loved taking everything from you until you were dust and filth. And you did not survive it. You escaped it, but you did not survive it. And now you are back, inside of its mouth, and it will take everything from you again.
The nightmare comes in threes. The second takes the form of Doom himself. The head of a stag. No, just the antlers of one. As long as a precept's lifespan, brachiating in infinite directions, dripping with the broken, crimson, faded threads. Their eyes are blue, stark blue, the blue of a god's blood, the blue of a fractured destiny. He is looking at you, and you are looking at him. You, Seir, kneel over the lake that used to be inside this desiccated cavern, staring at a reflection beneath your scar-bitten palms. A reflection that is your own. A reflection that is not your own. Doom himself. As you stare, as you confront, as you reckon, your maker speaks. They speak to you of history. They speak to you of survival. They speak to you of returning and escaping and always looking behind. And Doom says to you, "It's not safe here. I warned you, but you came anyway. Why did you not heed my warnings?" His voice floats, it levitates somewhere between your mind, your soul, and it wraps itself coldly, harshly around the very core of your being in reams of red thread. His voice fills you with... What? Seir, what emotion does his voice inspire within you, and how do you respond to what he says?
Fear and desperation. the same perceptual fear that Seir does not understand but feels all the same. This warning, this fear crawls out of Seir, not in shakenness or tears, but in desperation. He leans forward, face pressing as close to the water as he can, leaning forward, holding on to the rock. Warning! What the hell was that? What? We're not supposed to come. I had to. Xainan needs me.
No, you have to go back. You have to leave this place. There is nothing here. There is nothing here.
Go back. And Seir feels...
Back.
Seir feels the emptiness swallow him whole in this moment. The darkness of the cave snuffing out the light of his antlers and tail. Hearing the warning of his father, his creator, to go back. And Seir lifts his head towards the mouth of the tunnel just behind him, where they had come from, where he had led them. I led them here. I made that choice. What if the costs were different? And Seir stares at his creator, staring at that fear, a question he swallows. What on earth does this entity fear? What fills his parent with such fear? Why? But he swallows it. He stands up and walks, antlers lit red, walks past this tunnel. Doom is my father. Surely he has my best interests at heart, so I go back. What does my father warn me of? I go back.
Seir, your foot lands in the tunnel whence you came, and you are at that branch in the road, a piece of rebar in your hand, cold and firm, the notches on the ground, on the walls around you. And then the rebar in your hand transforms into a crescent sickle, gleaming with vacuous, empty blood as it cuts smooth as fire through the sinew and bone of a harpoon, of a tongue, as Xainan writhes at the end of it, roaring in agony. And as your arm sweeps out in front of you, it lands down through the wreckage of the kestrel, the piles of dust and salt all around you as you scavenge what paltry salvage you can. Your fingers sifting through the rust and the metal, your fingers now alight with heat, air ablaze itself. You look up and you are in the engine room. And the walls are burning, and the ship is burning, and Xainan is burning, and you, Seir, are burning. Your muscles scream as you heave barrel after barrel of precious, life-giving water into the hungry, unyielding maw of the reactor core. You are drenched in sweat. You are drenched in tears. You are drenched in blood. And you see the cost of it. Evaporating into steam, evaporating into smoke, evaporating into a mist of blood all around you. The cost of it. The hungry maw. And behind you, Seir, is the heat and the fire and a hallway. A hallway directly behind you, stretching from the engine room, endless, infinite, lined with doors, so many doors on both sides of the corridor, each one slightly cracked open, and you can see beyond the crack each leading to a different choice. That branch in the tunnel, that harpoon made of bone, the wreckage of the kestrel, and here, the engine room. And there's something else. There's a figure at the end of this hallway. I can barely make her out. Her silhouette. Artemis.
Patron saint. What are you doing here? What do you want of me?
Artemis does not respond.
Why aren't you saying anything? Seir's hunkered down low, sweat beating down his face. His hair, this faux hawk, is wet and slick, sticking to the nape of his neck and shoulders. He feels the cold metal of patience by his side, and the lights on his antlers and tail flash yellow. Vibrant and violent, his hand shakes, staring at the patron saint. Every question that wants to burst out of him. What did she do? Why did she train him for? Why everything? Why is she here? Why are you here? Why aren't you with us?
Seir, the more you shout, the more you struggle. Those snapped, broken red cables that drip from your antlers, you feel them snake and sink into the metal walls of the ship around you. The more you struggle, the more they bind you into place against the floor, the ceiling, the walls, the veins of the kestrel, of this dream, of this hallway, of this nightmare. The harder you thrash, the more trapped you become. And the patron saint does not respond. Those eyes that do not fit their face, those eyes burning, those golden eyes staring at you.
Where are you leading me? What's over there? Why? I can't go. I can't go yet. And I think Seir reaches an arm out to pull the handle of the sliding door open that is ajar onto the first choice, the choice between the rocks. I must keep them safe. I must go. I must keep them safe. I have to look at the tunnels again. Why are you looking at me like that?
The patron saint does not respond. And the more you struggle, the more you wrench that door open, staring, fixated on that choice you made, the more you feel your horns being wrenched, your antlers being pulled, strapped in this corridor, suspended in time, frozen in place.
Please. 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 It's not the right time. I'm not ready yet. I don't know what you want from me. Why are you here? What do you want from me?
The patron saint does not respond, but your radio, your broken radio, clasped to your body, it crackles, and you hear his voice, Doom's voice, on repeat, glitching over and over again as the screams of dead miners hurl through space. There is nothing here. There is nothing here.
Where do I go? Where do I go? And Seir pulls at another door. And this is a door that burns his hands. The heat and the smog of steam bursts out of him, of reactor fluid evaporating into the air. The smell of chemicals, the smell of burning flesh, of Xainan's flesh that he smelled as he poured water into this hatchet. He pulls, he goes, Xainan needs me, Lumièra needs me, Yanghe needs me. I have I can't go. I have to stay. I have to go back. The cost was too much. I have to make a different choice. There's no other choice. Fuck! Why? Why are you standing there? Why do you always do this? Say something! Anything! What do you want me to do?
The blow that kills you comes out of nowhere. Her arrow is through your body before you even see her draw the bow. And it's instant. Seir, son of doom. First you are alive, and then you are dead. There is no time between it. And you hear her voice. Finally, what you begged for. As your vision fades, you see her lowering her arm from all the way on the other side of the doorway. You asked so many questions, but you never moved, did you? You never came forward, did you? You knew what she wanted the second that you saw her, and you didn't. Not once. Not once. Her voice reaches you. I taught this to you first. You choose, or you die.
And Seir, it all goes black.
The nightmare comes in threes. The third takes the form of Ifeolua Oshupaferon. Her hair floats behind her in long, thick braids that ripple through the water like inky seagrass. Her skin is dark, very dark, and her eyes are the warm, soft brown of a rabbit's fur. Those eyes settle on you, Lumièra, with warmth and invitation as your mother pushes through the water of Hane Cove. Her strong legs kick with effortless grace, stirring up silt from the bottom of the cavern. She turns toward the tunnel whence you came, beckoning for you to follow. And as the two of you swim side by side, the water as warm as the embrace between Mahu and Pa'akai, your mother speaks, even through the water. She speaks to you of destiny. She speaks to you of the gods. She speaks to you of the person that you are, the person you could become, the person you will become, given enough time. And Ife says, water is the lifeblood of Okoun. From the green tongue to the Didan Ocean, from the blue hole to One Horn Lake, water sustains us, nourishes us, and shows us the way. Her voice is smooth and low. It contains a rich tenor that complements the lilting tones of the song all around you. This voice is the one that wakes you, shall wake you one day, on the day of your 8th birthday. Your mother's voice fills you with... What, Lumièra, what emotion does her voice inspire within you, and how do you respond to what she says?
Love. Lumièra feels love. I think that's one of the things that I don't even think she realized. She got so true and honest from her mother is her immense capability to love not just me, not just my mom, the whole community, everyone. So I think that love and that warmth, those two things that power her, that's what she's filled with.
Lumièra, you swim side by side with your mother through the tunnels of the pearl mine, passing miners tending to their crop with gentle and loving hands, placing bright shining pearls into pouches lined with silk. And you also swim past divers from the blue hole, surfers from Mahu's waves. And as you swim and swim, Ifeolua turns back to you with a pearl-bright smile and says to you, "Death is not the end, Starlight. When the raven comes, she always brings the fox with her. And within their shared domain, we find both a final ending and a new beginning."
You become part of the song.
That's right. That's right, sweetness. You become part of the song. A voice that joins the chorus. Another mantra lines our shared sutra. Death, rebirth, change. All different names for the same thing.
Do you think when I get big enough, I'll know the song like you do?
Starlight, the song is already in you.
It is?
Your mom and I, we can show you how to harmonize with it. But everything you need has always been inside you. Right here. She reaches forward and taps you gently on the sternum. And you feel it, Lumièra. You feel the song. Warm and bright, burning inside of you with a pleasant sensation of vibration, of harmony, of melody. And somewhere beneath it, somewhere above it, a weave, stirring strings of it, causing the music to play outward.
I feel it. I think I feel it. And she rubs at her chest where her birthmark is, feeling that warmth, those weaves. They appear before her eyes as wisps of just beautiful gold strings, close enough to where she can pluck it, but she's not too sure. So she just watches as the notes float up and down, traveling along the weave like blips on a radar, pinging, striking chords as it hits certain parts and travels its way down. She's never seen it like this before. It always felt warm, but to see it, to hear it, it's different to her. And I think in this moment, adult Lumièra gets a glare of a flash glimpse of a memory just like this. And she holds on to it because she didn't think much about it as a child, but Now, with all those memories being so fleeting, every bit, no matter how small it seems, this is important. It's the only thing that she has left. So she sits in it, reveling in the warmth of her mother's voice, of floating amongst the song. How beautiful it sounds and it looks to her. Plethora of colors and vibrance and life. And these wisps flow like water, and she's putting those pieces together. How they intertwine with each other. To her, that is. What this looks like, what this feels like to her. One day, when I get big, I'm going to be able to touch this song and I'm going to play it and it's going to sound just like yours.
Starlight. Maybe it will, but I wouldn't want it to. I want to hear what your song sounds like.
Maybe kind of like yours?
You can
But still
borrow a
mine.
few notes.
Okay.
Come now. There's something you need to see. Your mother continues to kick through the water. You follow her, and you notice her eyes linger on the skin right underneath your throat where your birthmark brachiates upward toward your birthmark. It's not there. There's a glitch, a red X. Oh, it is there. Of course it is there. It's always been there. And your mother has pulled a few feet in front of you, and she's saying to you through the water with a playful challenge, "Come on, Starlight. You don't want me to beat you in your own swim race now, do you?"
Sorry, Mom. I thought I saw something in the water. And she'll...
Was it just some kelp? Don't worry, if it touches your foot, you're not going to get pulled into the deep by a monster.
It's so slimy.
And you follow your mom through the twisting caverns of Honey Cove, past pearl divers, past people swimming alongside fish flitting by you, bright and gleaming and playful. You see a sea turtle as well, flapping its flippers, turning its wrinkled neck to stare at you with a beady eye. The
She
back
does
of
the
its
same.
shell. Kind of, it mimics you as well, and you notice algae growing on its shell. And you follow your mother through the seaweed, the algae, past life blooming from every crevice. And then you see that she's kicking toward the surface, where you can see light, beams of light pouring through, Galtanger's warmth coming through the water in these bright golden shafts. She breaststrokes her way up toward the surface. You see her braids kicking out behind her. As she goes up toward the surface, you follow her, kicking, strong and powerful, inside the place you've always known, inside this water, and you breach through the surface. You breach out of the waters of Kagayaku Ocean, no, of Didon Ocean, in the kingdom of Oko-un, in your home. And your mother is laughing out in the open, warm summer air, her dark skin beaded with moisture, and behind her head is the seed of annihilation. It is an inverted halo. It is an immortal eclipse. It is a black hole the size of everything you have ever known and forgotten. And it's getting bigger.
Mom.
And bigger.
Mom.
And bigger. And it is
Mom.
obliterating everything. It is obliterating the song. It is obliterating the weave. It is obliterating the 8? It is draining the warmth, the cold, the concept of temperature itself from this place. Your mother is not here anymore. You are in the water. You are floating in nothingness. Your feet are planted on the ground. You are in the blue hole. You are on the shores of your beach. You're on the top of a temple, and you are underneath the seed of annihilation, and your birthmark is fracturing, and it is hurting, and it is glitching.
Mom! Anyone?
There is another glitch. Somewhere behind you? Above you. Inside of you. It springs out beneath you. Somewhere inside this nightmare, inside this memory, inside this dream, an X flashes crimson and blood red out of existence, and then you see them. A silhouette filled with static and strangeness, the edges of them blurred and flashing. And the drifter extends a hand toward you, urgently, a hand outstretched. Your mother had said she was here to show you something. Do you take it?
Is this it? And in that moment, Lumièra reaches out, but the hand that reaches out is her younger one, just 8 years old. Can you help me find my mom?
And Lumièra, you take the drifter's hand, and all three of you jolt awake, simultaneously, wrenched from slumber by the same frantic noise, the same bad input coming from the entrance, one of the entrances of the cavern. Oh, but something's wrong. Something's very wrong, Nova. For as you gasp back into consciousness inside this blurred and panicked state between the world of dreams and the waking realm, Seir and Xainan, you see Lumièra reaching forward, upward, her arm extended toward something you can't perceive, and then reality bends around her, time collapses, inverts, the space around her warbles, and Lumièra is gone.
Lumièra!
Yinghe, eyes moonlit and panicked, also cries out, Lumièra! But is interrupted by the noise. Loud and sonorous and huge, a wet slapping of flesh against stone, a soggy gurgle of air through gills and throat and incisors, and looming in one of the many entrances to this cavern, its body so large that it blocks your egress, is the monster. And we're gonna end the session there.
Connie!
Thank you all so much for tuning in to Arc 4, Episodes 5 and 6. Let's do some quick, much-deserved introductions, starting with Valiant, Dorian.
What the fuck is that voice?
Well, Val said Connie, so I'm saying
Connie! Connie! Hi everyone. I am Valiant, got shot through the heart, Dorian, and I use he and his pronouns. You can find me all across the internet at Valiant, Dorian, or also Spirit. But please enjoy that lovely treasure I just set you on. And tonight I had the distinct pleasure of playing Seir, deer in headlights last name, who uses he, they pronouns. I'm gonna pass it on over to Pop. Hey Pop, how's it going?
We're doing so good. Everything's fine. Hi everyone. I'm Kai. You can find me everywhere as Estella Vimladris, and it's just been a fun old time playing very normal man Xainan Esch tonight. Hey Sam? Hey what?
Yes? Did you call me?
Innocent voice me? Yeah.
Whatever do you mean?
Don't be so cute. Don't be so cute and sweet over there. What's going on?
What did I do? I just am here. Hi everyone, I'm Sam Star. I use she, they, and the occasional they pronouns. I play Lumièra. You can catch me all across the interwebs, most specifically where the butterflies do fly blue. Lust for Life X. Take us home, Connie.
It's a me, Connie, taking us home. Thank you for this ominous, outro music. See, what the fuck is this? Thanks for playing us out. I love it. So, every pony, as always, we will be streaming each Saturday at 8 p.m. US Eastern Time right here on Twitch and YouTube Live. Thank you all so much for joining us on this Arc 4 stream, and I cannot wait to reveal even more about Kaseki and whatever the hell is going on here as the season hundles onward. Additionally, beyond the fiction of our stories, we must stand in solidarity with the people most affected by the ravages of climate disaster in our real world. So tonight, I'm just gonna check out our goal. That's amazing! We did it! We hit the goal! Thank you all so much! $250 for Support Jamaica. Thank you all so much. This will really help provide food, shelter, medical aid, and general relief to those affected by Hurricane Melissa. We will continue to host these fundraisers throughout the arc, so if you miss your chance to give for some reason, there will always be a chance to give, and you should definitely do your own research as well, but we will be hosting more of these opportunities throughout the season. In the meantime, you can support our show by joining our Patreon, joining and participating in our Discord server, making fan works if you are so inspired, posting about Transplaner on Blue Sky, where the butterflies fly, Instagram or Tumblr, rating our podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, buying merch from our merch store, and most importantly, telling someone about this channel. Your friends, your family, your barista, your dog, your cat, your parakeet, horse. C said horse in my ear. Horse! Your para-horse. Thank you all so much, Transplaners. Maybe I could... Well, that's just a Pegasus. That's not that scary.
I was literally just about to say it.
Well, there is a beak. Well, that's just a griffin.
so tired.
That's not scary either. Unless... Well, they kind of talk like
Connie.
people, don't they?
Stop
I will
getting
see
ideas.
you next Saturday, November 15th at 8 p.m. US Eastern Time for the continuation of Arc 4. Before we tap out, we're going to be raiding someone really awesome in the Twitch right now, no doubt. Even if you have to tap out right now, just hop into the raid just to send our love over. Use the raid message in chat. That would be awesome. And in the meantime, Fijo.
Hello, Transplay Nerds! It's your favorite part of every Chaos Protocol stream. Sponsor Connie time. For Arc 4, we are thrilled to partner with the Working Families Party, a progressive third party in the United States building a multiracial coalition of working class people to make our communities a better place to live for everyone. The Working Families Party is fighting for universal healthcare, taxing the rich, and higher wages. If you're in the US and you want to make a difference in your community, I highly recommend checking out the Working Families Party and getting involved with your local chapter. In fact, let's take an action together right now to sign a petition by the Working Families Party to break up big media companies. This petition means a lot to us as indie actual play performers telling authentic stories, fighting censorship, and resisting authoritarianism. Go to bit.ly/WFPtrans and add your name to the list. By signing this petition, you will join the Working Families Party's mailing list and receive opportunities to help them organize, educate, and fundraise. Let's build a better future together. Howdy, Transplay Nerds! It is, once again, Sponsor Connie time. Arc 4 is proudly sponsored by Hero Forge, a website where you can design and print your very own custom miniatures. But you already knew that, didn't you? Because the spectacular Hero Forge has sponsored us every single arc so far. We've stuck together through all sorts of exciting updates, like Hero Forge Pro, statuettes, color-printed plastic, premium plastic, but now, it's time. It's time for one of the most exciting Hero Forge updates ever. Custom dice. Hero Forge is now offering 3D printed custom dice, where you can put literally anything into the clear material of the die. Each die is printed in the same layers as the item or character bust inside of it, resulting in a solid, perfectly weighted chunk of math rock. You decide the size, color, and shape of your die, the size and color of the numbers on top, and, of course, what the die contains.
Put a frog in it.
Don't die-lay. Visit bit.ly/transforge to design your very own custom miniature or custom dice today.